Hi, my name is MK1 Jeffrey Redmond. I'm with the Engineering Systems School Fast Response Cutter staff at Training Center Yorktown. This is part 3 of a 3-part series. This video will cover installation of the MTU 20V 4000 M93L turbocharger. The MPC that coincides with this task is Alpha 51001.D. This video is for familiarization with the task and shall not take the place of official procedures promulgated by a Patrol Board product line. Ensure you follow all safety guidelines outlined in the maintenance procedure card. Now let's cover the tools you'll need. As seen in previous videos, you'll need the MTU General Toolkit, MTU Universal Toolkit, and shop tools. You'll also need a rated lifting strap, 2 M12 lifting shackles, and a pair of M10 guide pins. We have assembled the turbocharger, so let's get started with installation.
Lubricate the new lube oil drain line O-ring with hockey form and install the attaching bolt that goes underneath the lube oil drain line prior to installation of the drain line. Install the drain line and tighten. It is important to refer to the current maintenance procedure card or technical publication for tightening specifications and tolerances. These change from time to time by the manufacturer or other authority. Place a thin layer of Elastoseal to the exhaust manifold in preparation for the turbocharger installation. Install the 2 guide pins to aid in reassembly and install 4 new restrictors. Lift the turbocharger into position and carefully lower down over the guide pins. Set the turbo on the manifold. Install carrier housings to exhaust manifold attaching bolts and tighten to specified torque. Lubricate O-rings with hockey form and install on the charge air piping housings to intercooler. Attach the turbocharger compressor side coolant supply line and tighten. Install the charge air piping from the turbocharger to the intercooler. This is the B1 turbocharger charge air piping. Tighten all fasteners to specified torque. Using hockey form, lubricate any more O-rings for more charge air turbo to intercooler piping and install the O-rings. Install any additional charge air piping from the turbochargers to the intercooler and tighten to specified torque. Hopefully you've still got the pictures you took earlier that show the correct installation of the spider assembly, which is the lube oil supply lines for the actuators and the coolant vent lines and the coolant vents and all the associated unions and clamps that have to go in the correct location. This can be a little bit tricky, and if you don't have pictures, you might have to call somebody and have them take some for you from an engine that's put together. Install the charge air transfer piping between the intercooler and the charge air transfer valve. Tighten all fasteners to specified torque. Using new O-rings, lubricate them with Hecuform and install them on the coolant supply and return piping that will be placed in between the coolant housing and the intercooler. Install the coolant supply and return piping between the coolant housing and the intercooler. Be careful not to cut the O-rings. Install any brackets between the turbochargers and the coolant supply and return piping. Install any associated lube oil supply lines for the actuators and tighten. Finish installing any coolant supply and return piping and brackets. Connect the exhaust bellows adapter and exhaust elbow and tighten to specified torque. Install the turbocharger air inlet elbow per MPC A52042.D. Don't forget to connect the turbocharger speed sensor cable.